Hi guys, how you doing? It's Ranger Martin again, here from the Dinosaur Experience. It's Thursday again, so it must be time for the Dinosaur Experience live broadcast. So pleased that you joined us today. We've got a great show lined up for you. We're going to be looking at a new dinosaur and lots of other things to talk about. So let's have a little look about what we've got going on in today's show. Oh, I'm on the wrong show. All right, let me bring this one up. All right, so first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the way Parents' Day Out. I took a visit there this week, had a great time, came to see you guys. I've got a little video to show you some of the fun that we got up to there when we brought Rexy along for one of our Rexy's Tales. It's when we bring Rexy and we read some stories to you guys at the daycare. Then we're going to have a change. Normally we do Riddle of the Day. Well, I've changed it this week. We're going to go with Guess the Dinosaur. So I've got a dinosaur and I want to know who knows what dinosaur it is. It is one we've covered already, so hopefully you may have a clue if you've watched our shows before. And we're going to see who our dinosaur experts are. Now, I will say we are live. We're broadcasting live and we're going to various places. We're going to Facebook. We're going to our Facebook page, The Dinosaur Experience. We're going to the Dinosaur Experience for Kids Facebook group. We're going to Twitter. We're going to YouTube. We're going to LinkedIn. And we're going to Twitch. And we're trying to go to LDTV, although it's telling me it's failing again this week. So I don't know what's going on with that. But do me a favour. If you're watching now, and I can see there's a few of you that are watching, just give me a thumbs up wherever you are so that I know that you can hear me. Because sometimes I'm here and the mic's not working or whatever. So I just want to know that you can hear me and hopefully I should be able to see that as it comes in. So thank you for watching wherever you are. All right, then we're going to look at some birthday shout outs. Then we're looking at our dinosaur of the day. Dinosaur of the day is the Archaeopteryx. Very important dinosaur, and we're going to cover that very soon on some of the reasons why that dinosaur is so crucial to modern day paleontology. Then we're going to look at some public appearances where if you want to, you can come and see me and Rexy and Nash and Brutus and all our dinosaurs at the Dinosaur Experience. We're going to do some public appearances over the summer when the kids are out of school. Come and see us. Then we're going to look at some social media pages where you can find out what we're doing and also catch up on anything that's going on with the dinosaur world. And then we're going to finish with shout outs. So if you want a shout out and you're watching now, just type your name and your details into the chat box. It should come up on my screen here. And at the end of the show, we'll give you a shout out and we'll say hello to everybody that's watching. Also, parents, if you want to mention your children, what have you, put a message in there. And also, any questions you may have, anything you're unsure about, anything you want to ask questions about, put it in there. We are live. I should be able to see it straight away. And then we'll come back to you. All right, so let's have a little look here. So, as I said, I went to The Way, Parents' Day Out, like preschool, on, I think it was Tuesday this week. We brought Rexy along, and we do what we call Rexy's Tales. And that's when we bring Rexy along and we meet the young children, and we talk about dinosaurs a little bit, and then we have a little story time with Rexy. Rexy loves a book. Now, as you will see, he can be a little bit mischievous as well. So let's just show you this video of some of the fun that we had. But this one's from an animal called a megalopter. So you can see we had so much fun there. And that was the Way Parents Day Out preschool in Denham Springs. That's probably the third or maybe the fourth time we brought Rexy along to meet the children at that daycare, and we always have so much fun. And that's a Rexy's Tale. So we come along, we bring the dinosaurs, we bring Rexy, and we talk about dinosaurs, show a few fossils, and then we read a story, and we have a lot of fun with that. I'm sure you could see that the children and Rexy and me had a really good time. All right, so let's have a look at this guy. Talking about dinosaurs, here is the dinosaur that I'm asking you to guess this week. Guess the dinosaur. Now, it is one that we've covered before, so if you are a regular watcher of the show, hopefully you'll recognise it and you'll be able to tell us what it is. If you think you know what it is, don't forget you can type the answer into the comments bar there, and I should be able to see it on my screen. Now, let me give you a few clues. This dinosaur has been in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and also Camp Cretaceous. So he's been in those movies and that show. So have a lot of other dinosaurs, let's be honest. It was around about 73 million years ago, which is the late Cretaceous period. And his name in English, when it translates, means Chinese horned face. He's roughly 6 meters long, about 19 feet, and about 2 meters tall, about 6'6". So if you think you might know what the dinosaur is, type it in there, and we'll see if anybody gets it by the end of the show today in about 20 minutes time, something like that. We like to keep the shows to about 30 minutes long. We don't need them to be too long. So you think you know what that dinosaur is there? This one here. Type it in there and we'll see if anybody gets it. All right, this weekend, birthdays. Actually, it was Easter this weekend, so we decided we were going to take it reasonably easy. We didn't take many bookings, but we had to do this one. Adley, who was 4 years old. Now, Adley is somebody who we've met on multiple occasions. We did her birthday last year. We saw her at the Denham Springs Library. We've seen her all over the place. She regularly comes and meets our dinosaurs. She absolutely loves dinosaurs, and we really love meeting Adley every time she comes. In fact, we did a live show in October last year, and Adley was there on the front row, and one of the first things she did before we started was come and give me a hug, and that really meant a lot to me because I was under a lot of pressure, and I really needed that hug. So Adley, we love you very much, sweetheart. Thank you so much for inviting us to your birthday again this year. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, we brought Nash and we brought Susie along to meet Adley there, and we had a fantastic time with you there. So thank you for inviting us to your birthday. All right, so dinosaur of the day. The Archaeopteryx is the dinosaur we're going to be talking about now. So let's have a little look at this guy. So here he is, the Archaeopteryx. Now this guy is so important, he was actually voted by the Paleontology Society in 2020 as the most important fossil in the world. And you're like, wow, what's so special about this guy? Well, let's tell you a little bit about him first. He was the first dinosaur that helped paleontologists prove the link between dinosaurs and birds. Now, we've discussed before that birds are actually dinosaurs. Okay, birds are dinosaurs. They're a type of dinosaur. Now, not all dinosaurs are birds. Okay, it's like saying humans. Humans are mammals, but not all mammals are humans. Okay, so it's the same sort of thing. Birds are dinosaurs. And this guy, the Archaeopteryx, he was the guy that allowed paleontologists to prove that thought, that chain of thought, that birds and dinosaurs are very similar. So dinosaurs are actually split into two groups. They're split into what is known as avian dinosaurs and terrestrial dinosaurs, or sometimes they're referred to as non-avian dinosaurs. So avian dinosaurs are the ones that actually got through, or not all of them, but many of them, some of them, got through the extinction. Okay, and they were the ones that progressed further on and actually turned into birds, that what we know as modern day birds. So non-avian dinosaurs are the ones that got past, or some of them got past the extinction event. The terrestrial dinosaurs are the ones that all went extinct. So terrestrial dinosaurs like T-Rex or the Triceratops, all those sort of dinosaurs, they all died out. Okay, the avian dinosaurs, some of those got through. Now, early paleontologists, when they first discovered dinosaurs, they thought that dinosaurs were actually giant lizards. And they thought that they used to be giant lizards and they would act the same way and they would drag themselves along the ground like a lizard does. Now, by discovering the Archaeopteryx and looking at it, it helps paleontologists to understand that dinosaurs weren't actually lizards. And if you think about it, the word dinosaur actually stands for terrible lizard. Dinosaur, terrible lizard. Well, we know now they're nothing to do with lizards. Okay, they're actually more related to birds, and the Archaeopteryx was one of the animals that helped us to discover why. So let's have a look at this. So this is a fossil, and it's a fossil of an Archaeopteryx, and it was the thing that made paleontologists take a real close look. So in 1861, a German paleontologist, he wrote a description of a fossilized feather. Now that's pretty special because feathers are very, very soft, and it's very rare for something like that to be able to be fossilized, or in fact it was an imprint of a feather that was fossilized. Mainly because if you think about skin or feathers, they're very they're not hard at all, they're soft, and so bacteria can easily break down that sort of thing. Now when it breaks down, it means there's nothing left to be fossilized. So when in 1861 a German paleontologist wrote a paper who discovered a fossilized feather, that was a big deal. It was the first time feathers and dinosaurs had been linked together. Now this guy here, this is actually a fossil of a skeleton found in Berlin in 1877. It's known as the Berlin specimen. Now, we believe that the actual specimen was found or lived in a lake where there wasn't much life. Okay, there was very little life, and even so little life, there was very little bacteria. And it was believed that the fossil and the feathers actually fell into the ground, and they began to fossilize. And because there was very little bacteria, there was nothing to eat away. Okay, it was almost, you've got to have perfect conditions for a feather to fossilize. In fact, for anything to fossilize, but for a feather, it has to be absolutely perfect. And this fossil, the Berlin specimen, actually you could see the imprints of the feathers on the actual dinosaur. So they studied this, and it was the first link to birds and dinosaurs and feathered dinosaurs. And when they looked, they discovered what is known as a semi-lunar carpal. Now that's a special type of bone. Semi-lunar, okay, so semi means half, lunar is for lunar, like moon. So if you imagine, it means half moon, carpal bone. So if you can imagine, there's a bone that's like a U shape, it's like a semi-moon. And that is a very special bone in birds and in dinosaurs. And what that bone actually allows a dinosaur to do, or a bird to do, is it takes its wrist and it makes it so that its wrist can fold all the way back and actually touch down here. So the finger will run along and point back towards the elbow. Now we can't do that. Humans can't do that because our bone isn't shaped like that. It's not shaped as a semi-lunar. But because that birds have that bone, it means that when they whip their arms down, their hands down, it means that their finger can run along their forearm. Now, why is that important? Well, here's the thing. If you can do that, it means that the feathers that are particularly long on the end of the hands, they're not going to need to drag around the ground. You're not going to have your arms out all the time. Because you can flick them back and tuck them under the wings, it enables those long feathers to stay out of the ground and stay out of the way. If you've got those long things hanging down all the time, as we would have, because we can't put them away, they're going to get in the way. All right, so the semi-lunar carpal bone is a really important bone. And when they looked at Archaeopteryx, they realized that he had this bone. Okay, so that meant that he could tuck away his feathers. So he had feathers, we know that, and he had wings. So what did he actually use them for? Okay, here's a great question. Some paleontologists believe that the Archaeopteryx could fly. Okay, some of them say it absolutely could fly. It would open his wings and flap around and move around as it flew like a modern day bird would do. Other paleontologists don't believe he could fly. They believe that the wings weren't structured enough. The bone structure wasn't strong enough to actually be able to flap and fly like a bird can. So there's two chains of thought. One group says that he could fly, one group says that it couldn't fly. What is very likely is that it could open his wings and glide. Okay, that's quite likely. So what would happen? The Archaeopteryx would climb up in a tree perhaps, or get on a cliff edge, jump off, spread out his wings and fly or glide like a kite would do. Okay, and he would glide down and he would be able to see what he was doing and come down in like a surprise attack onto whatever it was looking for. Okay, so that's one theory. So if he couldn't use the wings for flying, what else could he use them for? Well, we believe that, or people have said that he could be using them for doing such a thing as what is called mantling. Okay, so mantling is where an animal has caught its prey and it's got it down on the ground and it spreads its wings out and covers it. It makes it so that nobody else can see. Why does it do that? Why does it cover with its wings? Why does it cover with its wings its food? Well, the answer for that is to stop scavengers from seeing that it's got its food. In any animal, it's a fight and die survival thing. And most animals who are carnivores are scavengers, and they will always come for an easy meal. So this guy wasn't particularly huge. So if he'd done all the work of capturing a piece of meat, some prey, and wanted to make sure that he could eat it, he would spread his wings out while he got it on the ground so that anything that was above him wouldn't be able to see. Now remember, this guy's not very big. He's about the size of a dove, yeah, the size of an average like pigeon type animal. So any dinosaur that was towering above him would be able to look down and see. So by catching something, he would do what they call mantling and spread out his wings, cover the food so that the other animals couldn't see what he was doing. So here's the thing. Remember when we were talking to the paleontologist, Benjamin Berger? If you've watched our programs before, we had a real long conversation with that paleontologist, and he was telling us one of the things that we must do if we're interested in dinosaurs is study modern day animals. Okay, and look at modern day animals and what they do, and that would help us to guess what dinosaurs may have done in the past. Well, have a look at this guy here. All right, it's a bird of prey, so probably a kestrel, and he is mantling. Okay, he's caught something, he's spread his wings out, and that's a learnt behaviour. He's doing that to stop anything else above him, probably other birds of prey, from seeing a cheap, easy meal, sweeping down and trying to steal it from him. So he's mantling, and that's exactly what we think that the Archaeopteryx would do. Now, I've got to say, this picture here that we're looking at, this isn't actually an Archaeopteryx. This is a Velociraptor, but we believe it would have done exactly the same thing. He would be mantling. He would be hiding his food from any other birds. All right, so let's have a think about the Archaeopteryx. Now we've discovered a little bit about him and how he used to catch his prey, when he actually was around. So he was actually in the Jurassic period. That's important because that's way, way before we believed, or early paleontologists believed, that birds feathered animals were around. This Archaeopteryx really rewrote the book on feathered animals and dinosaurs. So he was around the late Jurassic period, roughly 150 million years ago. So that was in the Mesozoic period. Just off the Triassic, we've got the Jurassic, which is where he was from, and then you've got the Cretaceous, And just after at the end of the Cretaceous is when the extinction event happened. All right, so that's when he was from. Let's have a little look at how big he was. Now, I mentioned earlier that he wasn't particularly big, okay, compared to a human. He's about the size of a dove or a pigeon, that sort of size. So can you imagine a dinosaur that's that big has had such a major impact on paleontology and all the things around dinosaurs. It's this one small dinosaur. Well, I say one small, we've discovered about 12 fossils of Archaeopteryx now, but it's so important for the understanding of dinosaurs. So here he is. He's about 2 foot long, and he weighed about 2 to 2.5 pounds. That's not a lot. It's about the same as a cat, something like that. So he wasn't particularly big. We believe that he was a carnivore, but he probably ate lots of insects and maybe small rodents, maybe mice or that sort of thing. He was probably quite ferocious. He had sharp teeth, which is another clue that he's not a bird. He's actually a dinosaur. And he was probably a scavenger, so he would be on the lookout for a cheap meal. Anything that was dead or dying, he would be looking from up high, perhaps swoop down and grab whatever it was. So we know that he was a scavenger. Another thing we know about the Archaeopteryx, scientists have got really clever now, and they're starting to do very special tests that can discover on some dinosaurs colours. And we know that they've done a test on the Archaeopteryx, all to do with lasers and chemicals, and they know that Archaeopteryx was actually black. Okay, it was very dark. And that makes sense. If you're going to want to be hiding and come out of the sky, then darkness. So imagine like a crow, that sort of animal, that's probably the same sort of colour that Archaeopteryx was, but probably not much bigger. So there we have it, the Archaeopteryx. What a fantastic dinosaur, and really is a very special dinosaur when it comes to paleontology and the study of dinosaurs and understanding dinosaurs and what they're all about. Now, if we want to know a bit more about dinosaurs, if you want to come and see some dinosaurs, we're doing some summer events this year. We do some free summer events for various different locations, and I just want to talk you through a few of them, and I'll show you our list here. This is the current list of places that you can come and see the dinosaur experience this summer. Okay, and when I say this summer, I'm talking about 2022. So we're starting in May. On the 1st of May, the Plaquemine Seafood Festival, then into June, we're at various different libraries all through June and July. So when you are out of school, come and look on the Dinosaur Experience webpage, on our Facebook group, and you'll be able to find where we're going to be, our summer events. Now, this list here, I will update it as we get more bookings, but as it stands currently on the 21st of April 2022, these are the bookings that we have. Now, these are the free bookings, the public events where you can come and see us. These aren't all the bookings we have. We're doing lots and lots of summer camps as well. In fact, the whole of June is pretty much booked, and in July there's probably about 4 or 5 days where we still are available. So if you know you're going to a summer camp and you think the dinosaur experience would be a good thing to bring to your summer camp, please do mention it to your summer camp and get them to get in touch with us. Now, I just want to mention this one because this is the first one that's coming up. The Plaquemine Seafood Festival on the 1st of May. Okay, the 1st of May, we are there all day. So between the hours of 12 and 6, that's where we're going to be at the Plaquemine Seafood Festival. So come and see us there. We're going to do shows all day. So even if you just missed a show, the longest you're going to have to wait is probably about 30 minutes. We're going to have Nash, we're going to have Rexy, and we're looking for some trainee dinosaur rangers that can help us to train our mischievous dinosaurs. So please do come along. Now, where can you find out where we're going to be? I know, obviously, I mentioned it on our live show, but if you go to here, this is the Dinosaur Experience for Kids Facebook group. Okay, now if you join this group, you can actually come on here and you can comment and you can put any pictures, anything that you've got going on. So this is a good place to come to if you want to find out all about us. So this is a great place to come to. Just give me 1 second. Hang on one. Okay, so this is a great place to come to where you can find out all our details and go through what's going on. Another page you can come to is the Dinosaur Experience Facebook page. This is our business page, and this is where we do and we upload our pictures and our videos from any birthdays and also any public events. And as you can see, we've got it pinned to the top where we're going to be. This is the Dinosaur Experience Facebook page. Okay. Now you can see here, there's Adley's birthday we spoke about earlier, and then we've got some other stuff here, and also water slides. If you live in the Denham Springs, Watson area, we have another company, Mission Inflatable, where we rent out water slides, bounce houses, that sort of thing. It's becoming summer now, so if you're looking at that sort of thing, then please do give us a call. So that's the Dinosaur Experience Facebook page. Now I will say, we are up to, let me have a look, how many people have we got now? We've got, here it is, 9,977 people, nearly 10,000 likes on our Facebook page, and we've got 10,472 followers. I don't know why Facebook has followers and likes, but that's what they do. So we're really hoping to hit 10,000, maybe even before next week. We need about another 23 people to like that page, and we're going to be at 10,000. So if you haven't liked us, please come ahead and do that. Another one I want to show you, this is our YouTube page. Okay, the YouTube page, we're at 83 subscribers now. This is where you can see all our videos. So you can see all our live shows here, Rex's Tales, party ideas, etc. And also some product reviews. This is our most popular video. We did a review on the Smashers Light Up Dino. I've got some plans to do some more. So please come to our YouTube page. Just search for the Dinosaur Experience and make sure you do subscribe. You won't miss any videos. And thank you so much for doing that. The final page, our website, thedinosaurexperience.com. Come and find us here, thedinosaurexperience.com. You can see all our details here. If you wanted to know about birthday parties, if you click on here, you can get an estimate and a quote. We work all over Louisiana and further afield. We will travel anywhere. But obviously, it depends. The further we travel, the more we have to charge. So if you want a quote for a birthday party where we bring our dinosaurs, this is where you come to, thedinosaurexperience.com. Also, summer camps, that's where you can get a quote for that. If you click on more and you come down here to TDE Kids live shows, for example, let me click on that. This is where you can watch all of our live shows. We're on to show 24 now. So as you can see, they're all here, and we can load some more down here. So 24 shows, you can catch them all here, as well as our Facebook page. Another thing I want to mention, very, very happy with you guys. The Dinosaur Experience podcast, you can go to Alexa, you can go to iTunes, you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Just ask to see or type in the Dinosaur Experience podcast. We released a new episode last week on, what was it on? It was on the Compsognathus, and that went out last week. So happy with you guys for listening to the Dinosaur Experience podcast. It's a great thing you can do on the way to school. If you're into dinosaurs, you can go and listen to that. All right, we're wrapping up now, guys. So here we are. This is the dinosaur that I was asking you to identify. And let me tell you the answer now. The answer is the Sinoceratops. The Sinoceratops. So if you've been a regular watcher, I know some of you thought it was a Triceratops. It's not. It's the Sinoceratops. So good job if you got that answer. Moving on to shout-outs now. Let me bring up this one. Crackers. Hey, buddy. Yes, we're all well. Thank you again for watching in the UK. I know it's about midnight over there. Also, somebody else I want to say hello to from the UK is Guy. Guy watches every week, probably tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching, Guy. You're a great paleontologist, or you're going to be. We love the fact that you watch us. Thank you so much. And also, I want to give a shout out to all the kids at the Way Parents' Day Out childcare service in Denham Springs when we came to see you guys earlier. Thank you so much for having Rexy and me come and do Rexy's Tales. All right, guys, that's everything I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. That's episode 24. Can you believe we've done 24 of these? Every week we get busier. Every week we get more and more views. So thank you. Spread the word. Let everybody know about it. Join the Facebook page. Join the Facebook group. And until next week, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.